Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a little bit different project. I'm working on Christmas gifts and I'm making candles, and I wanted to show you how to do it. It's actually pretty simple to make. So you can see I'm set up on my stove, and I'm going to start with some candles in these little glass coffee mugs that I got at Dollar Tree. Now you want to start by putting wicks in them. I got a big box of candle wax, and it comes in flakes, and it came with this package of wicks, and then they've got these little double-sided dots. So what you want to do is take one of the wicks, take one of the little double-sided glue dots, and we're just going to stick it down in the bottom, right in the center of the mug, because you want to stick your wick down first before you pour any candle wax in it. So I'm going to get my glass mugs all ready to go, and I've got 4 of them that I'm doing. And then we're going to start melting wax, but get your containers ready first. If the candle wax that this came from Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description of the one that I have. If yours does not come with these little double-sided glue dots, you can use glue dots, or you can use a hot glue gun, but just anything to kind of stick it down, because if you don't stick it to the bottom, when you start pouring the wax in, your wick will actually float up. It will not stay in the bottom. So you want to definitely get those in there. Now I'm going to set those to one side. I'm going to start melting my wax. Now, do not use a kitchen container. This is specifically that I use for candle wax. And the pan this is just boiling water. The pan that you boil the water in, because I'm going to stick this in there to melt, and the wax is going to go inside, it will get a little bit of wax in it. So basically, if you have one that you can dedicate to candle making, that's great. If you don't, just when you're done with it, I just fill it up with boiling water like 2 or 3 times to get it rinsed out, and then it's usually fine. So I'm going to fill this up with some of these wax flakes. I don't know if you can see this, but it's just this giant bag of soy wax flakes. I'm just going to use a little plastic measuring cup to scoop in. And the wax flakes are just white, or, plain. They have no scent, they have no color. And you can color them with candle colorant. And you're just going to set it in the water. And you want enough water that, it can boil, but it's not going to boil over. And then I'm going to color these. You can buy candle dye, which I have. Again, this is off Amazon, and they're just like little flakes of color that you can throw in to make the candle wax colored. And then you can scent them with some, and the water is just over a medium-low heat, just kind of a simmering water. And you can scent them with essential oils. But I also have these are wax melts, and these are actually scented with essential oils. But these work really well because they give you color and scent all at once, and you can just melt them in with your wax, and it'll take a little bit, not too long, and whatever you stir with, this is now dedicated to candle making. I don't use it in my kitchen. I don't use it for anything else. And that's important because it's like most other craft things. You don't want to, whatever you're using for the craft, you don't want to use for food prep. And be very careful because this is very hot. And once everything's all melted, just going to lift that out of the water. Take your mug or whatever container you're going to pour your wax into. and you're just gonna pour your wax right in over the top of your wick. And I want mine about that full. Now to keep that wick right in the center, I have some little chopsticks that you can just, or you can use a pencil or anything, and you just want to put it across the top. And these wicks are kind of wax coated, so if you bend them around, it will kind of hold it just like that. And then you want to set it to the side to dry. And I'm just going to keep going and do the rest of my candles. I'll be back with you in a minute. So my candles and my mugs are all dry. You can see they're kind of a nice pinky red, which is what I wanted. And I have not cut, if you weren't going to do anything else, if you're just going to do that, I did some plain candles. Just take your scissors and trim that wick right off, and you're done. But I'm going to add some topping on these. I want them to look like little mugs of drinks with whipped cream on the top. So I'm going to show you. So I melted some more wax. This is just no color in it. It's just plain wax. And I did put some white wax melts in it that are peppermint. And basically what you want to do, this is just a foam bowl, and you need to get this wax to cool, and you're going to essentially whip it, like almost like whipping cream, as it cools. And you just want to kind of whip it until it's the consistency of whipping cream. And then I'll show you when we get there, but I'm going to turn off the camera while because it does take a while. So have your patience. And then we're going to put it into this nice little frosting piping bag. And I've got a little tip on there. And we're just going to pipe the cooling or the whipped wax onto our mugs. So I'll be back with you when this is the consistency of whipping cream. Okay, so the wax is cooled and I've whipped it, and make sure, again, anything you use with the wax, you're not going to use with food. So I bought these at the Dollar Tree. And you can see it's kind of like, it's got stiff peaks. So you can take your whatever, spoon or something, and you're going to scoop this out into a pastry bag. And I just cut the end off and then put this little metal tip in. And again, I'm not going to use that metal tip for frosting anymore, but we're just going to scoop it in just like you would if it was frosting. And at this point, it's not hot. It's just sort of lukewarm. Scoop it all out. And then this bowl, use a bowl that you're either saving for only wax or that you can throw away, because you can't really wash it very easily. Get it all out of there. And then just like you would with frosting, you're just gonna pipe it onto your candle. And I'm not the best frosting piper, but there you go. If you don't like the looks of it, you can, you got a little bit of time to kind of make it look a little neater before it hardens. See, it looks like frosting. And then I've got just a little straw that I'm gonna poke in. It's just a little small piece. And then I bought these little wax, they're wax trees, and you can get them in gingerbreads or lots of different shapes, but I thought they'd look a little bit like cookies. And you can just poke them in. And then just let it harden. And that's it. Isn't that cute? Thanks for watching.